Do you hate the Star-Lord, Master of the Sun, Marvel Snap meta we're in right now? If you do, this might be the deck for you, because as soon as you play this one, you will never find Star-Lord, Master of the Sun anywhere. I built this deck as, let's say it, a hater deck. I wanted to hate on the annoying decks in the meta right now, because I have to say this Marvel Snap meta has probably frustrated me more than any other. I feel like I'm just so sick of playing the same decks over and over and over again. So I built this deck. I don't even know how good it's really supposed to be against something like a Star-Lord deck, but it really just was about being as annoying as possible. You know, Killmonger's in there to kill like the Sunspots and the Jim Hammonds, Stardust to shut down Arnim Zola plays, right? Shang-Chi to just delete big Fin Fang Fooms, and Absorbing Man's to maybe do it again, right? All these plays essentially that can disrupt or mess with the opponent's game plans. Like, hey, you can't even play a Fin Fang Foom because actually I think you can with Goose. Hey, you can't even play an Arnim Zola, excuse me, because I have a Goose, but Fin Fang Foom actually does still work. I wish this also said 7 now. But you know, just cards to troll the opponent, cards to mess with them, screw with them. Who cares how good it is? And spoiler alert, it actually wasn't very good. What did I end up going? Did I go? Yeah, 6 and 7 with this deck. Not great, right? So it wasn't perfect, but it's just really, really fun to mess with your opponent's stuff. Sometimes just straight up stealing their Star-Lord, or, you know, finding out their Fin Fang Fooms on the bottom of the deck and you don't have to worry about it, and then using it against them. These sorts of plays are really, really fun, even if it's not crazy competitive. And who knows, you might be able to tweak this deck to make it better. Also, you might have a better luck queuing into the sorts of decks that this is built to target, unlike me. Whereas suddenly, as soon as I played this, I'm playing Mr. Negative, I'm playing Cerebro, I'm playing Destroy decks. All of the Star-Lord decks disappeared, as you're gonna see in today's video. But still, this was a little bit cathartic nonetheless, because just saying no to your opponent, just no, you don't get to do that, no, stop, was rather nice in this meta. Spider-Ham is good. Spider-Ham is still good. Nebula, well, Killmonger loves that. Do we wait to probably snipe and surprise the opponent there, as opposed to you know, like let them think it's getting big, let them maybe play a Sunspot as well, right? Like bait them into that Sunspot. We might get our own Sunspot too off the Zemo, actually. That's the only thing about the early Zemo that's not great, but it is just one of our better kind of tempo 3s. Copycat certainly can be as well. It's also good into Absorbing Man on 4 if we hit it, though. Kind of ride the chain up. We got the Misty Knight. Okay, similar story. Magic is Magic's cool. Negasonic left. You know, you might catch a freebie right now, but you might deny like a Hulk later. They might be saving that Atlantis for a Hulk and then kind of have to weave something in at some point, which might make their curve blow up a little bit. Cyclops mid, so Shadow King can reset those points actually. But I also, like we said, oh my god, the Foom is nuts. The Foom is crazy. I might just take the Nebula now, honestly. I really don't want to play at a feast is the only thing though. Like I don't want to give them extra energy for free. Sentinel here puts us at 3 cards mid. That would leave space for the Shadow King, but only the Shadow King. I mean, what else would you play there other than maybe a Shang-Chi, I guess? I mean, Copycat could also steal it. You don't love 7 necessarily. Cosmo is eaten left. Okay, so they did kind of have to throw the body in there like we talked about. They sort of lost a turn effectively on that one. I mean, they might just trust this Cyclops mid, or, you know, just not have the kind of flexibility to feel like they need to play another dude there kind of thing, right? Ooh, Goose. Goose, the opponent's Goose is cooked. We are going to gain priority, though, so if I'm going to rely on a Shang-Chi or even a Copycat Foom, they need to play the big thing now, right? Which they could. They could definitely play a big thing now. But if it's a big one here, at least Copycat can beat that, right? And then you maybe try to Shadow King reset mid, because they're probably only playing one thing if you're thinking about it. How big is this? It's Star-Lord. Oh, man. They might be playing 2 things. Well, we know they can't get a big guy right, so that's actually not really a giant threat, right? Like, we know the goose is there. They also did get the priority check, so like Shang-Chi left looks really nice. Maybe you just rely on the copycat here, like we said. That's pretty sweet. They can't go Arnim Zola, so you don't really need a Star-Lord. Well, it wouldn't work anyway. They have priority. And then do you still do the Shadow King here? I mean, maybe it's only kind of a flip. Like, you know, they can play here. They go for like a Foom or something. In a weird way, I kind of just like it left just to cover, like, you know, backup plans or something. You know what I mean? Like, maybe mid's just not really worth contesting because I think they're going to double down here. They have a million extra energy because they got a bunch of Feast energy and Star-Lord energy. So you know they're going to play stuff here. Right. And then, like, you know, big stuff here is my thought. I think this is the way to do it. Yeah. I think this is the way to do it. The big guy left we cover. That's fine. Taskmaster mid. That's what we said. We don't care. And then right's got to be small. And it doesn't matter because you think the copycat Foom here always holds super hard. Yes. This is perfect. So excited. Yes. This is what I built the deck for. This is what I wanted. Honestly, it was still a little scary, right? Like, it didn't, you know, it wasn't super easy, but getting a card like Food just gives you so much coverage. I mean, I think a Shadow King right and any generic copycat or Stardust play left also would have been fine, right? Also, actually, as it turns out, Shadow King mid would have farmed. I didn't even realize. Like, you know, we were talking about that. It would have farmed. This would have gotten to 0. Man, we would have absolutely owned. We would have had like 7 and 8 is 15, and they would have only had 7, I guess 13 after the Cyclops. But yeah, Shadow King mid would have even held against this. I didn't anticipate exactly Taskmaster. I thought there might be, you know, who knows, a high Evo or something, right? Who knows? But I guess would a Hulk Arnim Zola left have beaten us, actually, now that I talk about that? I mean, the Stardust, like we said, couldn't stop it because we didn't have priority. So I don't know, but like Hulk Arnim Zola left would have been, I mean, maybe if they also put the Sunspot in first, right? So I don't know, like it worked, but like it still definitely could have gone wrong, right? That's the thing, is it definitely still could have gone wrong. Isle of Silence. Hey, an actual Star-Lord player? Is it real? When I built my Annoy the Star-Lord players deck, I've finally found a Star. It seems impossible that it could actually be a real Star-Lord player. Where do I want to force the Star-Lord gamers? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I don't know. Ravonna? I don't think Ravonna's in Star-Lord decks, is she? Maybe. Can be, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, definitely Cable Iceman is fine. Actually, I kind of like Cable mid. Just, we're gonna stick to that plan, right? Iceman right. Okay. Mr. Negative deck. Oh my god. Well, that's annoying. I did just potentially get an awesome flipped card, though. I did! Oh my god, yes! Shang-Chi makes that insane, potentially, as well. Arnim Zola back up to 6, you idiot. Get wrecked. I don't have an Arnim Zola or anything myself. I'm just thinking about like where I want my points to be, you know? It's really hard to say. Negasonic holding down left for now. Iron Man right. I don't actually have a way to stop an Iron Man there. We don't have any like disruption in that direction, right? Stardust, I mean, you don't really want it to go in the Iron Man spot. You can put Null mid, actually, even though there's a goose, which is cool. Killmonger will also actually feed that. If we're abandoning right anyway, I can just kind of put my 1-drops over there, you know? And then, oh my god, they actually still have Star-Lord. Oh my god. I hate it. I hate it. By the way, I had Cosmo in this deck as another way to shut down Star-Lords, but it just disrupted everything else way too much. Way too much. I mean, yeah, this activates pointless, right? But I think this is okay, right? Negasonic, Shadow King trying to hold down left. I mean, Shadow King just points, obviously, but like Negasonic trying to hold down there. And then you think Null, maybe? You're only kind of destroying... Well, I mean, depending on if they play in a Negasonic or not, you're kind of only destroying 5 points. I've got 11 there. They can certainly dump some Mr. Negative cards mid. They also definitely have a lot of extra energy. It might just depend on like the combinations of stuff here. I don't know. Also, that Star-Lord only gained 1, by the way. Why is Star-Lord in this deck? It barely gains points or energy. Didn't really do much of anything. They're kind of definitely relying on the Mr. Negative here. I mean, we know there's an Arnim Zola, but they can't play it mid because it was full cost. So they can't go like, you know, flipped Gore Arnim Zola mid or whatever. That's not going to work. Arnim Zola would actually sort of help us anyway with a Null, arguably. Although it could certainly dodge the Negasonic. Okay, does Null hold here is going to be the question. How big is this idiot here mid? Gore right, that's what we were talking about. What is mid? Mystique Gore is not gonna hold. The Null that we stole wins the game. Let's go, dude. This must have been a full cost Gore. It wasn't flipped. Also a full cost Mystique. So yeah, they did have not a great Mr. Negative hit, really. Like, it seems like they didn't get much. We maybe took one of their only Mr. Negative flipped cards. Okay, Spider Ham, go do your thing. Kingpin. Okay, so it could be a push deck. Could actually be a C3 deck, though. Saw some C3 deck action recently with Kingpin. Killmonger can certainly delete that. Maybe they'll play a Nightcrawler. Bass, it is C3. Nice, dude. Okay. So Killmonger late could actually be a big time swing where they're just like, oh my god, I can't deal with all this. Also, Cerebro is the bottom card of their deck. I think that's literally the second time today that's happened for me, which is nuts. Shadow King also insane. Now there is a little bit of a risk here with Baron Zemo, where if I pull too many things out of their deck, they could theoretically get to that Cerebro easier, but I don't think that's a big risk yet. I'm gonna go ahead and commit Baron Zemo left, so even if he gets Danger Room, we get some points, hopefully, right? Sentinel, okay, that's a solid dude, yeah, and he sticks. Both of those are great. A big guy here could throw, of course. Of course, it's Star-Lord. So that throws their Cerebro plans kind of amiss anyway, minus a Valkyrie, right? But what I could do is, after the Valkyrie, I guess I could Shadow King, right? And then that would turn off all of their Cerebro cards everywhere, which is pretty sweet. Do we want to save the Killmonger for later? Do we want to just like rip a Stardust here? I think Stardust is fine as far as like, I don't think I need the effect, you know, so a random 4-drop here might be just fine, is what I'm getting at. C2 deck, C3 decks don't have like a Brood, for instance. I don't think they have stuff that Stardust like impacts negatively. Just give me a decent stat line. Great stat line, yes, perfect. And it hits some fantastic cards, although I guess Shadow King screws with herself, doesn't she? So, or she, doesn't he? Nightcrawler, another one to eat. That's great. Makari coming in there too, but we're just like assuming that if I lose priority, which surely I just do inevitably, right? Then, well, I mean, I still need to make sure I have enough points. I guess they have to play a Valkyrie mid. It might be this turn, actually. I just don't want to get priority is all I'm thinking about, right? And then I just play Killmonger plus Shadow King, right? Deletes these. Deletes that. And then Shadow King mid, we think turns off Cerebro stuff. So I should win like mid, and maybe you go Sentinel here so it doesn't get deleted by the Killmonger. I'm just hoping it doesn't accidentally give me priority, but I don't think it will. Copycat's only going to buff herself after the Gwenpool, right? So the Cosmo is fine, actually. Okay, that's chill. So we think we're going to get away here with Killmonger plus whatever mid. Oh, that's not actually very good news. I mean, we decided Killmonger, Shadow King, right? They're gonna play a Valkyrie, but if they play the Valkyrie, it's still gonna turn off a... Well, they don't even have Cerebro too, so it's like, why am I worried about Cerebro? We know it's the bottom card of the deck still, so it's more about just points, right? So it's like, is this the best way to win on points? They have a Star-Lord that's 5, a Luke Cage that's 7. I mean, probably, but it sucks that we lost 4 points, you know? I mean, like, technically, I'm also pulling ahead 8 to 6 here. The Shadow King also resets the Toxin, though. Like, it removes points that direction as well. Do you ever do this? There's a pretty good chance this wins, right? I feel totally safe, right? I don't, this is really a hard decision across the board here. Mystique is nothing. Scarlet Witch was gonna turn off Tarnax. That would have helped us actually, or actually no, that would have hurt us pretty hard, I think, right? So we're fine as long as one of our guys lives here. It does, nice. The Killmonger lives, we don't need the Shadow King. Beautiful stuff, okay, easy. Yeah, I mean, you know, we knew that, you know, we knew we had a few paths around a lot of problems here. If they had somehow magically gotten a Cerebro, we still kind of had an answer to like Valkyrie stuff. Just kind of covered a million bases, right? Cable, do your thing. Baron Zemo, do your thing. Give me them good cards. We actually could probably just go ahead and get this going too. Kid Omega Shadow King. Okay, we just played a Kid Omega deck. What are the odds? Oh my god, Arnim Zola. Okay. Could be sick with Shang-Chi. Phoenix Force! We just literally played this exact same deck. This popped up out of nowhere, I guess. Baron Zemo's gonna have God knows what in there. I have no idea. We could go like Killmonger to delete one of our 1-drops, then resurrect it or something. Magic. No, I wanted the energy, man. It also makes it way more likely they find this Phoenix Force. Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh my god, this is actually, bro, this is actually a move. That's crazy. Red Skull's big. Okay. Silver Samurai gets rid of Goose, I guess? No! Not my guy, dude. Not my guy! If only this worked on discarded cards. Unfortunately, I've thinned their deck so much that they're actually going to draw the Phoenix Force. Can try to beat it now, just win Asgard, right? But it's pretty unlikely. Actually, I don't know. 6 points is not much on turn 4. It's enough! Okay. I mean, this still feels like Nimrod, which none of our cards are good against. You don't Shang-Chi it, you don't Negasonic. Maybe they're not Nimrod, though, because they have multiple man, but if you have Shuri, you have to be Nimrod, right? It's like, I don't want to start it for them, you know? I'm actually going to play the Killmonger here just to clear a little space out. I don't think it's going to be important against this deck, really. Shadow King would be the way to win, right? Like, that would be how you'd win. I was hoping maybe they also, like, delayed their Nimrod by a turn for this Goose, but they did not wait a turn or anything. They're just doing it now. Yeah, it is indeed the Nimrod. So, I mean, like, we do have priority here, so, like, Shadow King debuffs that, but I still don't feel like I have enough points, you know? They did lose their Venom, though. Like, what do they actually have left, I wonder, even? I think you want Shadow King last for an Absorbing Man here, right? I don't know, man. Like, maybe the Shadow King's interesting enough. Like, Carnage, right? They don't have... I don't know. I wish I had a Cosmo right now, but it was just too disruptive for this deck, right? I tried it. It was really, really tough. They're snapping, but then waiting. Maybe waiting for me to be scared off. I'm not that scared off. Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, the move stuff, oh my god, Adamantium Fusion at 5, could that disrupt their plans at all? Fastball special, much less impactful, but still, you know, noteworthy. Symbiote Spider-Man always hits the Silver Samurai. God, this is like, if they go for a combination here, it hits the Silver Samurai, not the Nimrod. That would actually make the Shang-Chi connect. Did they get priority? Yes. You could also go Absorbing Man. I hate that I can only play one card here, by the way. It is absolute insanity that I can only play one card. I don't think I ever win this, but we might as well try something. I don't know. They didn't combine. Did they? Did they combine? No, they didn't combine. No! I mean, why would you, I guess, right? Why would you? So actually, Shadow King would have won. Oh my God. Well, no, it would have tied, actually. We still would have lost. Stardust would have won. Oh, how sad, dude. So close. Stardust just for points. Without priority, that doesn't really feel like the right thing to do to me. I mean, I guess if I think about it, there's really no reason for them to combine, right? Yeah, I don't know. Tough one. Tough one. That's a close one. Tough one. Well, we could be decent at the rafts, but this hand is the worst. Oh boy. Do you go for Kiln? I mean, the thing is, like, Killmonger wants to clear this out anyway, right? I still kind of hate having the Killmonger near these one drops. Hey, Phoenix Force seems like a great card to stall. Stardust, how does that work with Phoenix Force, actually? I don't know, now that I say that. I have no freaking clue. I just don't think I ever win Kiln, right? How do you ever win Kiln? I don't know. If they're a Nimrod deck in particular, I mean, I guess, again, Stardust checks the Nimrod. They got a zombie horde there. I mean, I feel like that's already enough to beat me. The other challenge, though, is like winning Raft, right? I guess you put the Killmonger in to win it, yeah. Goose could be quite a limiter, too. Star-Lord as well. Oh my God, dude. Star-Lord Kid Omega hit. Okay, they're gonna resurrect that with the Phoenix Force, of course. I mean, assuming, again, Stardust doesn't stop that. I think it's more of a transform, though, right? I don't think Stardust stops that. So we're gonna fill and clear the space. Goose is gonna go right, so we can put a 6-drop there. Shadow King also kind of good too, right? To reset some points here. I get 2 more spots left, which is actually pretty cool. Hulkling is, I mean, he's big, I guess. I'm not too mad about Hulkling. Zombie Sentry. Okay, he was a pig. All right, cool. So this means they have to play that dude here, and I just Shang-Chi at this turn. Because they can't play here, they can't play here because of Goose, right? They have priorities. I just Shang-Chi it now. Oh, I should have Absorbing Man the Shang-Chi. Oh, that's not what I planned to hit, but it works. It's fine. Okay. I should have Absorbing Man the Shang-Chi. I'm dumb. I mean, I can use it on Shadow King instead, so like maybe that's better, but I think I should have left myself some options, right? Misery is not better. Yeah, this holds, right? We're chill. We're chilling. We're chilling. We do have priority, so actually the Absorbing Man here doesn't really do anything if I look closely. Misery, though, just much worse, I think. Well, yeah, again, priority, Misery just much worse. And Zemo also just way, way bad with Stardust, right? Do they know maybe that their Phoenix Force doesn't work with Stardust and I don't know? Because I actually don't know. I'm hoping this is enough swing, by the way, right? Like, I'm hoping that I'm kind of getting an 11-point swing here and they can't play to it because of Goose is what I'm hoping, right? That between the two, anyway, hopefully we hold. Firehair's chill. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, Stardust! It doesn't work! Stardust, I love you! Yes! Nice, dude. Let's go. Okay, that game was that was a bit of a cook for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I thought for sure we'd get that Phoenix Force, but maybe they knew something. Like I said, maybe they knew something. All right, Kun Loon, no good for us. Zemo we like. By the way, as soon as I played this deck to beat up on Star-Lord decks, you guys know I don't even have to tell you what I'm gonna say. Everybody already knows exactly what I'm gonna say. They all disappeared. They're just gone. Quinjet, we just get rid of, right? Let's delete that before he gets any value. Let's just rip the Killmonger. You know, sometimes you do see Quinjet and Victoria hand decks with like demons and stuff, and your Killmonger could maybe like catch a demon later or something, but it's not always demon decks, right? Sometimes it's just other garbage too. Kang, what was that? A Baron Zemo? A Malekith? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's not revealed. Okay, makes sense. Oh, I gave them extra energy, dude. That free X23. Oh, they're Erisham. This is the Erisham cards. The Quinjet was probably theirs. I didn't realize, but they are a Kang Erisham deck, which is actually sick. Oh, they are also locked up right. Let's go. Okay, that's great news. Baron Zemo in an Erisham deck. God knows what it's gonna be. It'll probably be a Killmonger because I'm the unluckiest person alive, and it'll clear space for them, right? Now this card just like can't be that big on average, right? It's just a random 3-drop or lower. With an Erisham deck in particular, you kind of expect it to be lower on average. Oh, I had some moves, dude. I only had some moves. Will this get me priority? Not usually. I really want priority so that I can play a good Negasonic. Otherwise, I kind of maybe need to play the Negasonic now if I don't, because I may just not get another window for it, right? Just like try to lock this in 12 to 9. The problem is these decks do have a lot of little flexibility there. Oh my god, the other problem is Professor X, but at least I am ahead. Okay, what if I just do this to like shut out big plays here, right? Like now they just can't play anything big here. I mean, of course, potentially they can add power there and they can play a big play now, but like lock them out from next turn. Shang-Chi grabbed. Legion Tinkerers. They couldn't go for the Savage Land. Okay, I mean, the good news is they have a lot of extra energy, but nowhere to play it, right? Because they can't play big cards mids. They're just kind of locked in on little stuff. Copycat Frigga is fine here, I guess, right? Though you don't really trust 6 to hold necessarily. It could. Mathematically, I have 8 to spend. I mean, 4 and 4. Kind of the best bet. I wonder if you just skip mid. That really trust that left holds, which I mean, it really should a vast majority of the time. You know, I'm thinking about like exactly Mr. Fantastic or some garbage that could support it. Blue Marvel actually can't even play. Kazar wouldn't help there. I think I have to go strong right, don't I? I just think I have to. Because I don't, this could be up to 5, 6, 7 points. Something, you know, we don't know. Oh, nice. Okay. That makes sense. Woo, okay. Can't find a Star-Lord deck to save my life, but you know, we're getting wins anyway. That's good news. Okay, Copycat was what? Cerebro. Oh, nice. Okay, so we know that they're a C3 deck now, and we know that their Cerebro is at the bottom of their deck, which is very good news. Goose, probably not much of a limiter to them. Killmonger, there are now some 3-drop or 1-drops in the C3 deck. There's like Nightcrawler. I saw a build even, well, okay, that's not a 1-drop, but Scarlet Witch is here. That's good news. That can disable left for their C3 deck. Oh, they also don't have Valkyrie. Okay, we're learning a lot. Anyway, I saw like Kingpin lists. There's been a few. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, we're not worried about our own Cerebro here, but it's going to be a free 2-power buff to something. I mean, currently 5 is kind of our big number. M'Baku pulled out of the deck, so no freebies there either. Okay. Shadow King, I mean, that's just going to help them there. Killmonger just got a little worse for me, weirdly, yeah. If I show them this Cerebro, does that create any problems for me? I mean, not inherently, right? They could theoretically still draw to their Cerebro because this is a limbo game and we stole so many cards from their deck that they are going to draw to their Cerebro, actually. That's a bit of a pickle, maybe. So maybe you still win left, but you got to win one more spot. Where do you win the next spot? Maybe it's got to be right and you play to C5. I mean, we know they don't have a Valkyrie to reset us. So we get like a Negasonic right and just try to win here. Mystique to 4. Oh! They're mad again. Dude, they hate me. They hate me. I guess they saw this and retreated. But they're gonna draw it. It's turn 4, so they draw in 5, 6, 7. They only have 3 cards left in deck. They had Cerebro Mystique lined up for the final turn with a 3-power Mystique. Maybe something here messed that up somehow. I don't know. They actually had C3 incoming, dude. I'm shocked. I am, by the way, exactly dead even 50% with this deck right now. This is probably the last game I'm gonna record too. So this is it, folks. Let's see how it goes. Might be the last game, first game of the video. You never know. Sinister London's pretty fun. Agony stolen and Deadpool stolen. I don't have a way to combine those in like to destroy them, you know? Maybe if I rip a Baron Zemo. Double Iceman just doesn't really feel like it does much in a feast game, right? I'm just thinking that's probably not actually that good here. I'm thinking Shadow King could be really powerful if they go for like big Venom, Sinister London stuff. I'm thinking Shang-Chi could maybe beat a Null. There's a few possibilities here. Oh, we do have Killmonger, by the way. Killmonger Deadpool. Forgot about that. That'd be pretty sick. An 8-power Deadpool would actually be nice. We might want to dodge the opponent's Killmonger too, though, in that case. Deathlock snipes here for them, getting both. If Wolverine here rolls right, I'm going to be very annoyed. Oh my god, all these free Muir Island points are crazy right now. Oh my god! That's frustrating, isn't it? Stardust just like stops Wolverines that try to move, does he? I think so, right? Well, let's do that. I mean, it may be too late because they're gonna get a Venom anyway. There's just the Carnage. Okay. This also turns off Sinister London, I just realized, which I don't know if that's good or bad for me. That's actually probably kind of bad for me, right? Also, they are just farming these Wolverines anyway. What do they care? Muir Island, we are netting a little advantage there now. Shadow King. Okay. I do like that a lot. We kind of have to play Negasonic now if we want to see her at all, right? We missed our chance on a Killmonger. This game's just going so wacky right now. Negasonic now impacts turn 6, which could be like Death or Null. Null goes right, which gives me a fantastic Shang-Chi play. Okay. So now it's like Shang-Chi plus Goose. And you just hope the Goose holds? Plus the Negasonic, right? I mean, you don't got a choice. There's no other choice. Ship it. Oh, wait, we might hit Carnage. Oh, wait. Oh, God. Oh, I just realized Carnage is 10. No, 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 no! I mean, I didn't really have a choice, right? That had to be the play.